It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Volunteers will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over first and 10.
Give to the running back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's going to run it. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Canes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Baker. Moving out of the pocket. Creates a little room. Quarterback gets the first down. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They'll give it to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
At the 5-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. designed run for the quarterback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Epps. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to get it through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Rolling right and going deep. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Wants to throw. It's Baker. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
At the 19-yard line. Brings up second down. All right, let's get it.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Right back to the well. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Hurricanes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to power it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Baker. Forced out of the pocket. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
This defense has given up ground, but stood tall at the end. Forced a field goal last time. They'll try to do it again. They'll run it here on third and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Good, right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Epps. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking for a man, it's Epps. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Second down, they'll go to the air. Picked off to stop the threat. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Dropping back, it's Baker. Pulls it in, it's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They just keep firing. Finds his man. It's Gilbert. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Dropping back, it's Baker. Looking to buy time. He'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Will take over first and 10.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Miami 6, Tennessee 0.
The Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And here he comes out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Will take over first and 10.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball. Breaks into the open. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Looking downfield, it's Epps. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They go to the ground. Oh, better look out. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll try the run. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give to the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Might be changing the route. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And this just hasn't been his day, man. He's already thrown some interceptions and leaving the ball short, like just not getting to his receiver. He's got to do something to change the mojo up, because right now he's not playing well, and at this rate, he might be going to the pine.
Back to pass, it's Epps. Quick completion on the slant. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Just feeds the running back. Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Looking for the two-point try. Trying to run it in. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harper. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
The Tennessee offense will take over 1st and 10.
To the air, it's Epps. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Working on the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's in open space downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He's brought down to the 49. That is well short of the first down. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Back to throw, it's Baker. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Looking to pass, it's Epps. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense.
Got some room in under the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes. This is a gamble. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
First and 10.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Epps. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Touchdown, Canes. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami! They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the back. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Epps. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws another interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.